tips, there's a point where it breaks, there's a point where it bends, and a point we just can't take anymore. There's a line that we'll cross and there's no return. Time and a place, no bridges left to burn anymore. We can't just wave it, life is take until they think we're ready. Our enemies are gathering, our storm is brewing. Maybe it's the pool of blood, the innocents were laying when in the end you failed to save them. Our wide and wide like slowing now they know the cost of trusting you to obliteration. Mirrors will shatter, crushed by the weight of the world. The players collapse in shame. There'll be no rest, there'll be no love, there'll be no hero in the end who will rise above. And when it ends, the sky will cry. The shining light will sink in darkness, victory for hate incarnate, misery and pain for all. When it
Well, it comes as no surprise that they've chosen you to move on to the final round of the tournament. Your performance has been exemplary.
Thank you, Professor Ozpin, but I would never have made it this far without my teammates.
Personally, I think it's the other way around.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe we've been introduced.
Name's Crow.
Crow is a trusted colleague of mine.
Professor, if you don't mind me asking, why have you called me here?
Please, take a seat. What is your favorite fairy tale?
I'm sorry?
Fairy tales. Stories from your childhood. Surely you must remember some of them.
Well, there's the tale of the two brothers, the shallow sea, the girl in the tower.
What about the story of the seasons?
Oh, of course. A callous old man who refuses to leave his home is visited by 4 traveling sisters. The first understands his reclusive nature and urges him to use his time in solitude to reflect and meditate. The second brings him fruits and flowers, tending to his crops and revitalizing his garden. The third warms the man's heart, convincing him to step outside and embrace the world around him. And the fourth and final sister begs him to look at all that he has and be thankful. In return for their kindness, the man grants the maidens incredible powers so that they may continue to help others all over the world. They graciously accept and promise to share their gifts with the people of Remnant until the end of days. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. The 4 maidens. My mother loves that story.
Would you believe me if I told you that one's been around since I was a boy?
You're not that old, Professor.
Well, would you believe me if I told you it was true?
I beg your pardon?
What if I were to tell you that there were 4 maidens existing in this world that could wield such tremendous power without dust?
You mean like a semblance?
Like magic.
Yeah, first time hearing it's pretty crazy.
You're serious?
Do I look like I'm joking?
No. Why are you telling me this?
We are telling you, Pyrrha Nikos, because we believe that you are next in line to receive the Fall Maiden's powers.
We?
Sorry we're late.
Wait. What is this? Who are you?
You know who we are. We're still the same teachers and headmasters you met when you arrived at Beacon.
Except we've got a little part-time job.
We are the protectors of this world.
And we need your help.
Where are we going?
The vault, under the school.
I'm sure you must have questions.
Maybe one or two. I still don't understand. You said I was next in line to receive the Maiden's power. What do you mean by that?
The Maidens have existed for thousands of years. But much like in nature, the seasons change. No two summers are alike. When a Maiden dies, her power leaves her body and seeks out a new host, ensuring that the seasons are never lost and that no individual can hold on to the power forever.
So, how does the power choose?
Through a series of stupid and convoluted rules.
Crow.
Hey, don't get mad because I'm right.
At first, the only thing that was certain was that the powers were specifically passed on to young women. But as time went on, it was discovered that the selection process was much more intimate.
Intimate?
As we understand it now, when a maiden dies, the one who is in her final thoughts is the first candidate to inherit her power.
Unless it's a dude or some old hag. Then the power goes to someone random, and our jobs get a lot harder.
Why tell me all of this now? Why not wait until I've graduated?
Honestly, we've run out of time. I don't know if you've noticed, but things are getting a lot scarier out in the world. Tensions are high. The Grim are growing stronger, more prevalent, and it's not gonna be much longer before this peace we've all been enjoying so much goes out the window.
You're not talking about war.
Not a war between nations.
We can fill you in on the details once we know you're with us. For now, all you need to know is that one of the maidens was attacked, and for the first time in history, part of her power was stolen.
Is that...
The current Fall Maiden, Amber.
she's still alive?
For now. We're using state-of-the-art Atlas technology to keep her stable. But there is a lot about this situation that is unprecedented.
What do you mean?
Well, we don't know what will happen when she passes.
Won't her power just transfer to the next host?
Look who's been listening. She is smart.
Under normal circumstances, yes. But this is a delicate situation. It's not uncommon for the last thoughts of the slain to be of their attacker. And to make matters worse, no one's ever seen the power split like this before. For all we know, it will seek out its other half.
Her assailant.
And that would not bode well for any of us.
If all of this is true, why keep it secret? If this girl is so important, if we're truly on the brink of war, why not tell everyone?
From what we understand, it used to be common knowledge.
Excuse me?
How do you think legends and fairy tales get started? Even the craziest ones come from somewhere.
Our group was founded in order to protect both mankind and the maidens. Those hungry for power hunted them with the hope of inheriting their strength.
And as you can imagine, the ones that succeeded weren't exactly the kind of people you'd want to have unimaginable power.
And so this Brotherhood chose to remove the maidens from the public eye, allowing their existence to fade away into legend.
The things we're telling you go against hundreds of years of human history, religion.
No one would want to believe us. It'd cause an uproar.
It would cause panic. And we all know what that would bring clawing to our kingdom's walls. Which is why we would like to...
I'll do it. If you believe this will help humanity, then I will become your Fall Maiden. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
It is. But I'm afraid it's not that simple. Given Amber's condition, you won't be able to inherit her power naturally. However, General Ironwood believes he has a solution.
For the past few years, Atlas has been studying Aura from a more scientific standpoint. How it works, what it's made of, how it can be used. We've made significant strides, and we believe we found a way to capture it.
Capture it and cram it into something else. Or in your case...
That's
Classified.
wrong.
The feeling is mutual. But desperate times call for desperate measures.
And these are indeed desperate times. We can't transfer Amber's power to you, but we can give you what those powers are bound to.
Her aura.
Her life would become intertwined with yours. The question is...
What's that gonna do to you?
You have an important decision before you, Ms. Nikos. There's no guarantee this transfer will work, and there's no telling if you will be the same person if it does. I advise you to take time to think on this matter, but understand that before the Vital Festival is over, we will need your answer. The assailant that attacked the Fall Maiden has made their first move. And there's no telling when their next move will be.
Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the one-on-one finals! Barty, why don't you explain the rules?
It's quite simple, Peter. Instead of a bracket system, each round of the finals will be randomly determined immediately before the match takes place.
Much like any good hunt, there will be 0 time to prepare.
Yes. Now let's see who our first match will be.
Yang Xiaolong and Mercury Black.
Make Alexis!
Would all other combatants please leave the stage?
You better not go easy on me.
You wish.
Three, 2, 1, fight! What a way to kick off the finals!
Yang Xiaolong wins!
Way to go, Yang! Better luck next time.
There's not going to be a next time, Blondie.
My word!
Cut the cameras!
My leg! My leg!
That's what you get, you little... Huh?
Yang Xiaolong, stand down!
What? Why?
Mercury! Why'd she do that? Why'd she attack me?
Throughout the years, the world of Remnant has seen hundreds of technological advances that have changed society. The most influential of all of them being the cross-continental transmit system. Prior to the invention of the CCTS, long-range communication was extremely limited. The discovery and development of radio technology allowed for communication within the boundaries of most kingdoms. But communication with other parts of the world was restricted to the physical delivery of messages. With every alternative form of communication that was proposed, there seemed to be the perfect obstacle. The destructive nature of the creatures of Grimm severely limited the reliability of ground-based technologies. The concept of relay satellites orbiting around the planet was promising. Unfortunately, modern man has yet to make the technological advancements required to achieve spaceflight, as all known dust types lose their power as they begin to leave Remnant's atmosphere. Eventually, it was the people of Atlas, the world's leader in science and technology, that developed the cross-continental transmit system. It was revolutionary. Like radio, signals were sent and received wirelessly, though the content of these transmissions were not nearly as limited. Audio, video, images, and text were all capable of transmission, and eventually an entire online web of information was at mankind's fingertips. Currently, the system is supported by 4 primary relay towers, each located within a safeguarded area of the kingdoms. These towers allow for wireless communication within a kingdom through the use of devices such as scrolls. Signals become less reliable the farther a user travels from the CCT tower. And although smaller support towers do exist outside of kingdoms, they are constantly at risk of destruction by the creatures of Grimm. Shortcomings aside, for the first time in history, digital transmissions between kingdoms were possible through the use of slightly more advanced devices, typically found in homes and CCT centers. The cross-continental transmit system has and will continue to advance the progression of mankind. However, if one of the 4 towers is taken offline, the entire network fails with it. A slight inconvenience during routine maintenance, but to be honest, I find the limitation somewhat poetic. No one voice is louder than the others, and no voice may be silenced without the rest. If the people of Remnant are to speak, then they shall do so together. Or not at all.